We're living in a world where Indigenous women are being murdered and their killers run free. We are living in a world where people don't have clean drinking water, but where others are becoming trillionaires. We are living in a world where the murderers of Nina Popps and Sandra Bland and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all of those who are not hashtags are still not being held accountable.
Organizers have to be concerned with how we build a movement.
Systems of oppression, especially interlocking, intersectional systems of oppression, are designed to make us believe that someone else determines change and then it just happens to us.
Often we measure someone's value by what they add to the economy, and we unfairly, unjustly, look down on folks who have lost their jobs or can't find a job as like not useful. At the same time, those are the folks who are at the heart of this crisis, who have experienced systemic failures the most, and whose voices we should be amplifying.
Over the last 10 years, we've had 10 iPhones. In the last 100 years, education hasn't changed.
We are letting people borrow elected positions.
In addition to defunding the police, to abolishing ICE, and to bringing power and control of justice back to our communities, I want to see how we handle health, especially mental health, radically change.
Yes, there are so many different issues that we vote on, but many of us come from communities where we're voting on these issues, but we're voting on them on behalf of our families and communities as a whole.
Even I myself, as like a first generation fluent English speaker, I feel greatly intimidated going and voting at these polling locations. In my hometown, it's predominantly the conservative boomers who are running these polls, and oftentimes it does feel intimidating. So I can only imagine how other minority groups or people who are not as fluent might feel when they're going to cast their ballots.
It's a census year, which means it's a redistricting year, which means you're drawing lines for legislative districts, both at the federal and the state level. You want to make sure that people are drawing those districts so they're not so gerrymandered that your voice has no real power.
Well taken. Local is where it's at. And if you're not voting in those elections, if you haven't been before, this upcoming November is a great place to start. And moreover, and I gotta say this because I was 23 when I first got elected, run for something. Show up. Be the person who is the policymaker trying to make that change. But don't let these folks fool us, and don't let this be a fever of a moment. Let this thing be a movement that outlasts any individual, any particular injustice, until all of the injustices that I think we're standing for and fighting for are eradicated, and that's going to take time.
The work will really just get started at Election Day. Like while we vote and while we turn out all our folks to vote, the real work happens the day after, and the day after, and the day after. And so how are we setting ourselves up to organize who's in the White House or the administration, no matter who it is, but also how are we setting up ourselves for 2022 and for the Senate races? And how are we building pipelines so that we could actually have folks running at the school board and the local and municipal level? And so
this is the moment to own our power. This country, this world, the possibilities of what freedom and liberation can look like is ours, and it is to be shaped by our imagination.
I'd say one of my dreams for the future is also as, we all grow up, that we also learn a lot of the things that YP4 has been offering to its network: personal branding, platforms, sharing and collaborating with each other to be as loud as possible, not because we need that sort of validation, but because we are right and we are on the right path, and more people should be able to access that.
You don't owe anyone what is in your heart and mind. You don't owe your truth to anyone. That belongs to you. But your story is powerful, and you have a right to own that and to share that and know that it is enough.
And we are people, we are humans, we are spirits, for sure. But in that moment, in that capacity, we are tools for liberation. We are supposed to be there to allow, absent of ego, allow the movement to move us.
Our communities know what they're talking about, y'all. That's why organizing is important. Getting stories from the ground, listening to community, and uplifting those stories literally is how we're going to make change. Participating in elections, participating in the legislative process, and also collecting our own data and standing by our truths is how you make change, y'all. I hope you all continue to stay a part of this fight because we need you.